Okay, so we were in the process of doing mythic ranks because we just get another level. I'm not sure why are we heavy, because we're carrying too much crap. That's why. Okay, so Veronica, she's kineticist. Abundant casting doesn't apply to her. Scented element, that doesn't apply to her either. Best jokes. Why would she have this? I don't even know why. Are they tired? They might be tired. They might be tired. Elemental barrage. Every time we deal energy, and we don't do energy damage. Their ranged weapon attacks are dangerous enough for the enemy to forget about melee stuff. Endurance spells, she doesn't do those. Vigor. Every time you damage an ally, the game plus 2 mythic bonus on attack. Oh no, we don't want to deal allies. No. The ranged weapon attacks. Every third. Now that takes too long. Inspirational leader, last stand, needing strike, rage, magic nullification. Eh. Ranging shots. Every time you miss an enemy with a ranged weapon attack. What's Star Sector? Star Sector is a... How do you explain it? It's a open world sandbox in space where you run around or fly around in a ship while commanding a fleet of ships to follow you around. That's the short version of it. It's 2D. It's not 3-dimensional. It's 2D. That's the short version of it. Are you familiar with the Mount and Blade? Are you familiar with that type of game? With that game? Because Star Sector is basically Mount and Blade in space. I know there's no good classification for them. There's other than you can say, have you ever played Mount and Blade? Well, then Star Sector is basically Mount and Blade in space. I mean, that's the easiest way to explain it. It's very much run around and do whatever you want type stuff while leading a fleet of ships that you can customize and all this other fun stuff. It's really good. So. Let's see. So ranging shots, do these actually work with her blasts? I don't know. The bigger they are, thunder blows, no. Could do last stand. I think we're going to do last stand for her, because she seems to get targeted lately. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The blasts aren't weapon attacks, so we'll go last stand so she doesn't fall over so much.
Adventures are exciting.
Okay, Scout. Scout is our Oracle, and she already had the first of her abundant casting. See if the second one's up there yet. Should be. Boundless healing. I can alter spell at the range. That's. That would be helpful. But how about improved abundant casting? So more fourth, 5th, and 6th level spells. More damage for her. More healing too.
What's going on here?
Okay, Mickey, Archer, Slayer, whatever. Dun, 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 dun. Vitality Incarnate. So, you study targets gives you a bonus to AC against target equal to bonus ability given attack rolls. Okay. So penalty to melee attacks there. Anything else? Every third hit with a ranged attack against the same enemy deals an additional 26 per 2 mythic grants. So that's 2.5 more damage. Leading strike is only melee, right? Yeah, melee there. So, distracting shots or rupture restraints? Is that the one that gives more damage, the one I just read? Yeah, every 3 times. Oh, but no. Yesterday, you ought to make the spell the effects that make you frightened. Oh, I don't care about that stuff too much. Every third hit, they take more damage. Distracting shots is... If you hit an enemy with a ranged attack, they receive a penalty AC gets equal to half your mythic rank for 1 round. Kinetic attacks would count as range attacks. So a very weird situation where some feats work and some don't. Precise shot would work, for example. Right, it's all in the wording. Because the one ability, it specifically says ranged weapons. It doesn't say ranged attacks. It says ranged weapon attacks. It's very specific there. And it didn't do vulnerability. Because he hits more than melee does anyway. And he's got 34 attacks minimum, so... that. Okay. Now Avu. Avu's not mythic. Ah, she's up to level 20 now. Level 20 Havoc Dragon. Oh, so what did she get? Anything special? So for her abilities... Careful Caster, Breath Weapon, Summon Treants, Feats. Weapon Focus Dagger, that's useful. Weapon Focus Unarmed Strike, improve Critical Bite, improve Critical Tail. Power Attack. So she's got a spellbook, doesn't she? She does. Look at her with her heals and remove paralysis. I forget she has this stuff too. Give Avu a knife. Physical blasts are range attacks and energy blasts are range touch attacks. Right. Right, but they're not weapon attacks. Right? Because again, it all comes down to the wording of what it's supposed to affect. And usually when it's that specific, they're not talking about kineticists, I don't think. Anyway, Avu, level 20. Avu with no real gear. Do we have any bracers for her? Phantom Slayer braces. No, that doesn't work. She's doing decent damage. Yes, you're very accurate in saying it's weird, because it is weird. Giant Strength 4. So, she's good. She's a mean little level 20 dragon. Too bad she doesn't get bigger. Or is she bigger? She looks a little bit bigger, doesn't she? She's a little bit bigger now. So, the question is, if we shrink Gimpy down enough, will he be able to ride her?
Together we stand.
Haha. Gimpy Dragon Rider. Hard to see, but it's there. Okay, so this area. Should clear what size your characters are. I know, they used to. Look how fast she is, too. What is she? How fast is she? 60 speed, so she's the fastest in the group. Guess we're okay with this. Rachel may be small, but he's a big ball of hate. He sure is. Oh, we haven't done our buffs yet. That thing. Stuff on the ground. More stuff on the ground. More stuff on... Oh, succubus. We need to go in there. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes, her lips crusted with blood release a groan. You, Baphomet's spawn, run through your portal. You run to Hepsamera. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is strongest. We will get our revenge anyway. Heal the succubus. Maybe a demon, but I still can't stand aside and watch you suffer. Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans, slightly shakes her head, and stares at you with her dull green eyes. Who did this to you? Hepsamera. The succubus groans with hatred through her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them, wanted, to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. What were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals. They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. We just got here and we're already tangled up in some web of intrigue. How's that for dumb luck? One who maimed you. Where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus' green eyes brighten. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head onto her chest. Then she adds in a wheezing voice, "My key. I've got it hidden in the lesser shaft. Not the one with the bones, and another one in a bigger shaft among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal." Okay. Find them, she whispers as you leave. Okay, let's do our buffs. No. There we go.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyNee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Good. Mostly good. Rocket. Then on Scout. So all his level 6 stuff is mostly burned.
I stand ready.
That
No
on.
time for idling.
That stuff. Good. We're good. Okay, so let's go find the key and then chase them through that, right? I forget how this worked.
Our path leads on.
Now, forgot the most
Our
important
time has
spell.
come.
I always forget this.
Come on,
Guide us.
you pansy. Get back in there and fight.
I am fighting. A midden of enormous bones that likely came from giants. Here and there, rusty slave collars glint in the dust. Deep groove seemingly left by giant hand, furiously scratching at the stone. These half-eaten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Just nice little demons. Oh, look at Suture. I just realized Gimpy's got more spells. Ice Body. I don't think he cast that on himself. Oh, does he want to right now, though? Grant you new special abilities, gain maybe cold, damage reduction stuff. Dun, dun, dun. That. No, we didn't do any resistances. Protection from arrows.
A simple smile
Scout.
goes a long way.
Good enough. Dun, dun, dun. Wow, she got so many spells now. Okay, go past. What are you doing down here, you little butthead? I hear some muttering coming from the pile of bones. Gone, they're all gone, and left me with nothing. I've been searching and searching, but there's not even a trace. A large giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the dretch called the Suture, climbs out from under it, grumbling and groaning. He notices you. He blinks, and then he says in a tone of extreme melancholy, "Oh, it's you. What are you doing here, Suture? Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace with a view of Ishiar's best beaches," the dretch mumbles. Then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully, "I was on my way to see Mistress Erilu, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Even lousy Bermerat can do it, but I can't. All I could do was reach the Midnight Fane and slip into the rift, and now I can't go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys. Portal keys. Stuff keys. Is Erilu around here somewhere? Mistress, she's like the wind. One moment she's here, and the next she's gone. But she loves coming to Alush, to the Abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out of here. What is this place? It's like it's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats in the mansion of the illustrious Ladies Nocticula. Grimaces, a former burrow, that is. Once I visited, stuff, storyline. Where did all these bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work in these mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their own hands, do you? This mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. I'm here to help find the source of the hindering crystals. Do you know anything about that? Well, you just found one. Good for you. He sweeps his arm in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals, but it was long ago. They depleted it and they left. So the crystals can simply be mined like any regular mineral. Simply enough, and not that simply. He grunts. They can be mined all right, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive, and that's all I know. Are there many other mines like this one? There are several mines on the island as far as I could see, and they all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As to there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. How long have demons been known the secret of the crystals? What is this secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from a crystal and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress, I mean Lord Baphomet and Descari, are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire Abyss. Everything is clear to me now. So quick to understand, aren't we? I should go. You know what? You better look around really closely. Maybe you'll find a key, a portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass, but it's filled with a power. It'll shine purple. I'll walk around too, search some more.
Godspeed.
Giant's bones look like they've gnawed on. Stone is gouged, crumbled, and traces of glowing purple dust can be seen in several places. Oh look, boots. Boots of Stampede. Hide of a magical creature. We need that stuff. More stuff. Crystallized demonic rage. Key to the Nexus portals. Okay, boots. So we need still in the first one? That sucks. Okay, Stampede. Adds their rank and athletic skill bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. Adds their rank and athletic skill as a bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. Is there a damage bonus to that? She charges. See, that works. Grab your ring. Jump. Best, almost plus 4 at this level. What, the damage thing? Well, she doesn't have the athletic skill anyway, actually. Yeah, she doesn't even have athletics. I think Mickey's the only one with decent athletics. He's our athletics person, yeah, 29. And the boots don't do anything else, do they? Other than look nice. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it.
Let us press on.
Am I supposed to talk to him? Walking the corpses. He's been found. The hand of the inheritor may have some ideas on how to use it. There's a pair of boots that would be really good for Gimpy in the flesh markets. The one about casting the same spell several times. Oh yeah, that thing. I can remember. Am I actually supposed to talk to him? I know I don't want to give him the crystal because he takes off. Shit. Oh, never mind.
Saturday and Sunday, February 19th and 20 are the monthly giveaways for February. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Tuesday. And again, monthly giveaways are this weekend. Okay, that's the way out. Now, am I supposed to... I can't remember. Am I supposed to go back here? I don't think so, right? He's been found. The hidden crystals were dug up in local mines. Been mining crystals pass through a portal that can be opened with a special key. Okay. The name of the demons was charged, so maybe we don't go back through there. Now let's go talk to the angel. Yeah, I don't remember. I know it wasn't that long ago, but I really don't remember most of this stuff. I remember Suture being here, but I don't remember the key. And I remember he steals it, though. But it's when we hand it to the... or show it to the angel, I think is when he steals it, because it's a douche. If you try to kill him, he runs away. I know that. Stones of the arch emit a revolting, high-pitched shriek. In response to these vibrations, the particles of ash and grit under your feet float upward. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind, at the heart of which an ember of magic flame ignites. The fire becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. You see buildings that seem to be caught in an endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruin, islands that float in the ether, and alleyways that disappear and reappear again in a different location a few minutes later. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes expression every second. Here and there you see other glints of light flashing on the city streets. After you look closer, you realize that the lights radiate from other arches similar to the one before you. The gold coin with Baphomet's mark, which you found on Dazaran's body, reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item set to resonate magically with the arch, possibly serving as a tool of some sort. Figure out what you're seeing. Gimpy knows this. You notice that the entire city appears to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with the arches serving as artifacts allowing you to access the alien network. Interacting with the arches seems to require formulating a clear request in your mind, at which point the magic will transfer you to another portal along the network. Why can't you move to the other arches? It's quite obvious that this strange construct was not designed for mundane use, only transporting users to specific arches that they are allowed to visit. It's like some kind of system of magical marks is used, quite possibly shaped into tangible objects to provide access to various arches. Before you get one such token, all the destination points will be closed to you. Determine the arch's origin. The stones are cut in quite a rough manner, while the magical symbols appear to be drawn without too much diligence. It's quite unlikely that the architect of such an intricate network would have demonstrated such a lack of finesse. By all appearances, this arch is handmade, somehow connected to the web of portals and illicitly used for personal gain. Judging by the surreal architecture, its chaotic conglomerations of houses right in the middle of the streets, and by the large number of islands that hover in the air or float in random directions, what you see is some sort of demonic city. That's the whirlwind. Magic engulfs your body, drips down your skin, and makes you feel slightly tingling. The vibration becomes wildly reverberating within your body with a nauseating echo. You feel like a boulder set in the cup of a catapult ready to be flung at any moment. Use the arch. Dum, dum, dum. So we can't actually go anywhere yet. But that's the city. 3 different levels. Fun, fun, fun. So looking forward to this. And the header seems to be immersed in either contemplation or prayer, but as you approach, he looks at Champion, guarding our mission. I'm listening. I have reason to believe that the Nahendrian crystals were mined right here in the mines. And Angel flexes his wings. So, the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals, can be mined from the soil of the abyss, as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. And the name of the person who is in charge of the mines, Hepsamira. Hepsamira herself, anger rings in the hand of the Herder's voice. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary. A Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we stepped onto is dangerous, but it's the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Darazan, were just officers in the Abyssal army, whereas Hepsamira is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she's behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. Dying Succubus told me about the conflict between Naticulas and Baphomet's servants. I am not at all surprised. The alliances between the demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even continents. We must learn more about what is going on. What if I tried to use my powers to open those old portals? Alas, that is unlikely to work. These portals are unlike the seal in Dresden. They cannot simply be swept away. If you use that method, you will either destroy them for good or open the path, but not to the place where the portal initially led and where our quarry fled. We've got a key to the portal that the demons who mined the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. And it's quite a lot. Blah, blah. Learned everything I wanted to know of this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. Then let's begin the pursuit at once. Blah. The portal begins to glow brightly in the hand of the inheritor. Gestures forward, his hand clenched in a fist. Onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heaven above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky, piercing spires and steep domes, and set against the midnight sky. This is Elutionera, the damned city of Nocticula. That's where our enemies were heading. You think you're quick, eh? Well, I'm quicker, says Suture, a little past. Angel's Blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon, who rushes into the portal. That cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear, even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. This portal leads to Elutionera. What could this mean? It means we would be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Elutionera is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It is a little safer, or rather, a little less dangerous than other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. We'll have to move onward altogether. I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it will be best if we build it right here, far from larger demonic settlements, and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up camp. There must be a second key when we need to find it. Let's do that then. So I gotta go find out. Why they did this, I don't know. And it's back in the mines, too. Right? He was so fast. Get key. Hidden law stuff. No. No. Get down there.
I will guide us.
Where's this throne? Get key where you're hiding. I forget where you were. I don't even remember if it's even in this spot.
Let us press on.
Where is it? Yeah, she's still alive. It's got to be outside. There's nowhere else in here to look. So, looking for a key. Find it? I don't remember where it was. No perception checks happening, so... Oh. No? So where's this key? I don't know a lot of places to look around for a key in here. Unless it goes into the portal? Nah. Are we supposed to go into the portal? I don't remember. It's supposed to be a working portal. It seems to now be the gates of an inactive. It needs to be... whatever. It doesn't work. We're supposed to go back to the Fane, aren't we? Dum, 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 dum. Oh, let's find out. Okay, so that's where we came in. What was this that we didn't pick up? They blocked it off? Okay, go through here. Oh, that's right, we can't go through this until we finish that stuff first.
I will guide us.
Gimpy, you can teleport, right? Do your dimension door ready to go? You do not. Do we have a wand of something something? Look at all those scrolls. Okay. Wand of dimension door. No lightning. Cure light wounds. Oh, there we go. No? Not gonna let us use it, huh? So they basically closed this place off, it looks like. That kind of sucks. So we get over there. Can't get over there. Can't get there. Can't get there. So yeah, they basically locked us off. So where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the damn key?
Godspeed.
We can't get down here.
Let us press on.
We are pressing on, but where's the stupid key?
Hey Gimpy, have you hydrated lately?
I have.
If not, you really should.
Where are you guys going?
March ahead.
So where does other key go to? Or disappear to? I can't see. Put them not on. That's nice.
Leads on.
Hmm. Let's talk to the succubus again, because she said stuff. So I can't talk to her until we climb up. Camera. There we go.
Godspeed.
This is you. What am I doing here? Don't see me. Where did they go? Jason, fine. After I die, my key. I've got it hidden in the lesser shaft, not the one with the bones. The other, another one in a bigger shaft among the old tools. Find them. Follow the trail through the portal. In the lesser shaft, not the one with the bones, and another one in a bigger shaft among the old tools. Among the old tools. Oh. There we go. No? Look at all the stuff. Okay, so Elven notes. Ashtray stuff. So there's the other key. Yeah, the mine shaft descends to an incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see. Okay, so I just didn't look in the right spot till just now. He was so quick. Okay, so now go talk to him again, I guess. No, found it. Guess I should save. Uh-oh, yeah, who found acorns? Activate the portal. Got a second key. Demon's plot cannot stop us, but we still haven't had much success in countering them. This is why we must make haste and move onward. Bound together. Step in the portal. Let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. We are going to Elushanira, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies in the hindering crystals they took without the aid of the Dendians of this hideous place. If Hepsamira has something to do with all this, we'll need another demon that matches her powers. We'll need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we now know that there is a conflict brewing between Articula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I have prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself so that not a single Denzian of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations for this place as best as I can, and the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go, by the light and the sword. Dun dun dun. I think Gimpy's got to change his level 4 spells around for this city too. I remember right. Match a door's a thing. Oh, we gotta sell all the junk we're carrying, too. This place. Okay, so, give me first things first. Level 4. Great invisibility, don't use too much. This is nice to have. That keeps them alive, so ditch the greater invisibility for now. 4. Dimension dorm next time we camp. So I'll have access to that.
The deed is done.
Judging by the surroundings, these are the slums of Illusionera, meticulous capital city, the abode of beggars and vagabonds. It is impossible to descend any further except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Illusionera's guests nowadays. Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth. Speaking
Friendship lasts forever.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
God, we need more of those. The deed is done. Yes, the deed is
I will
done.
guide us.
What deed was that? I have no idea. We use a drop of shadow blood right now. Right about now, just a teeny tiny itsy bitsy little drop. Now they're just talking.
I have managed.
This is chaos and everything in it constantly changing in both appearance and nature. Even the architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design. So basically there's stuff to be found on different floors and all this other fun stuff. Can we get there? There we go. Stuff. So basically the buildings change based on which direction we're looking in the actual game. It's just not going. There we go. Look, a lock.
Well, it's done.
Dun, dun, dun. You gotta be careful too, because there's a lot of these people don't want to kill you, but there's a lot that do. You just gotta be careful. Although most of the ones that want to kill you are actually on top of the buildings, and they're usually pretty tough fights.
Godspeed.
Dagger.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching and happy Tuesday. Games give a hand actress just like a computer cursor shows you. What, you mean because of the way the game changes based on what you're looking at? Yeah, it gets annoying though. The sound of your footsteps startles the demon and she gives you a baleful look. You have disturbed me, mortal. Why have you broken my solitude? On second thought, save your answers. Your reasons do not interest me. A boy of about 12 stands next to her. The boy examines his wrists, which are covered in strange round scars that look like they may have come from suction cups. His inflamed skin, burning eyes, and general appearance suggests that demon blood runs through his veins. He lifts his gaze and gives you a long, sad look. Who are you? I am Zara the Grim, mortal worm, the most skillful explorer of the dark depths of Ishiar. I learned from Master Willidus himself, the trusted mage of Our Lady in Shadow. One day, I will surpass my master's skill and take his place. Everyone knows this, including Willidus himself. So next time you dare to address me, do so with respect if you'd like your head to remain on your shoulders. Show some respect. Back in Galarian, I've taught anyone as insolent you some manners. Demon falls silent with surprise, then finally answers, I don't know you. I've had no dealings with you. I've never seen you kill anyone save for those future sets and rats. Why should I respect you? Because of stories about some strange, dull world that is absolutely no interest to me. What are you doing? I'm listening to the ocean and waiting for this worthless whelp to recover enough strength to plunge back into Ishiar's depths. What a shame that I cannot walk its path myself. How ironic that the most coveted mysteries are revealed to the most pitiful of creatures, mortals. Who is this boy? The demon gives an arrogant snort. Zorges is my son, the best of my offspring. He is helpful and obedient, which is the only reason I condescend to take care of this wretched creature. Are you all right, kid? The boy flinches as you speak to him. He looks at you with amazement, perhaps even fear. Then his eyes dart to the demon. Mother, may I speak to him? The demon's voice holds suspicion and anger. Don't speak to the boy. What do you want with him? Are you plotting to steal him away? Be warned, if you lay a finger on him, you will regret it. What are you doing to your son? Tell me the truth. Demon frowns haughtily. Do you truly think I will answer you, worm? I grow even more inclined to destroy you as well. Mother tells me to deep dive, to places where moonlight never reaches. Down there, The boy stops, his words drowned out by the demon's angry hissing. Sorry, Mother, I won't say any more. Champion, how could we allow this child to remain in the hands of this cruel creature? Normally, I would say we have no right to deprive a child of their parents' love, but these creatures do not know love. What would you prefer, Zorge? What do I want? In the depths, nobody knows this word, want. And I wasn't taught it on the surface either. I know how to obey, dive, be quiet, but I don't know how to want. What could I possibly want? Stop addressing my property, worm, or I'll pour the waters of Ishiar down your throat and let the ocean's tiny mollusks devour you from the inside and turn you into their shell. I'll not let you torture this boy. I'm taking him away from you. Demon looks you over and the confidence in her eyes fades. She shrugs. You want to take the boy? I don't care. He's yours. I won't fight over a trifle like the life of some mortal spawn, especially since it's nearly exhausted its usefulness. Take him and do as you want with him. The boy you saved from this wicked mother gives you a look that is both sad and mature beyond his years. I sense a certain darkness within this youth, hiding deep inside, yet he himself is not evil. His soul is pure and kind as a child's soul should be. The boy is silent and focused as if he too heard the voice of the hand, and he suddenly responds. Does the spirit speak the truth? Is there really darkness inside me? And how can I carry evil in me yet not be evil? He gazes His gaze pierces you as if he wants to say something else, but reconsiders at the last moment. Can you see and hear the hand of the inheritor? Yes, he glows, and he is not evil. I think I like him, but I feel there is an irreconcilable conflict between us. It is unfortunate. So this child can hear and see me. He is not evil, nor is he a sorcerer, a mage, or a wizard. He wields no spells that could reveal the unseen, and carries no such spells cast by someone else. He just sees. What power does this youth possess? Who are you? Mother named me Zorge. I'm a creature of her making. Until recently, I was a creature in every way. I had many brothers and sisters, but none survived her research, so I was the only one left. Now that my mother is gone, I don't know who I am. Am I Zorge? But that name means nothing. It was whispered into my mother's ear by Ishiar. So who am I? Tell me about your mother. Her name is Zara the Grim. She used to be a pauper, a diver who collected what Ishiar had taken. The ocean has no floor, so she recovered whatever hadn't sunk too deep. But those bounties were as generous as Ishiar is harsh. No one knows the ocean as well as she did. She knows the safe passages, and she guides ships, swimming at half speed so they don't fall behind. She is a child of Ishiar. She was created in it. Her first cry burst from her lips the moment she broke the surface. But many creatures have passed since her incarnation. She is dark, like Ishiar, cruel like Ishiar, powerful and uncompromising, like Ishiar, fertile and merciless toward her children, like Ishiar. What magical experiments did she perform on you? I'm too young, and I don't know enough to judge them. We'd go to the shore, to Ishiar. She'd feed me potions, then force me to dive deeper and deeper each time. By the time I was 8, I could dive so deep the water pressed on me from all sides, and my body no longer wanted to ascend. I had to stay there as long as I could. Then I'd come up, my nose bleeding, and sometimes my mouth and ears as well, even my eyes. The next day, Mother would make me drink a different potion, and then send me down again. It was so dark down there. I could feel the touches of strange dark things, sometimes their vibrations reaching me as if they were communicating with me. On these days, I vomited black slime. I tried to hear their voices, but I never had enough time. Mother would be furious, beat me, brew a new potion, then make me dive deeper, stay longer. The last time I spent 7 hours in the water. There were so many vibrations they enveloped me. I then realized I was neither food nor an enemy. Though I have the blood of the enemy in my veins, what does it mean? I don't understand. It was a little boring, so I imagined I was a giant octopus floating in the deep, waiting for prey. I'm afraid no one else will tell you more than about me because you angered my mother, and she is vindictive. So what are you going to do with you now? I'd rather not go home, and I have nowhere else to go. What do they do, those who have nowhere to go? I don't know. Maybe I should live in Ishiar. Champion, we have no right to leave him here by himself. He needs care, and fate has entrusted us with the child. I have faith that you will make the right choice. Explain how to get to the Nexus. You find refuge at my camp if you so choose. The boy nods solemnly. Thank you for not deciding for me, but for granting me the right to choose. Others have not done this, and so I'll accept your invitation. The little one is now safe in our care. Neither his cruel mother nor a remorseless kidnapper will cause him further harm. I'm glad we share a belief that children should not be victims of such evil. I'm certain young Zorges will be better off on Galarian. Dun, dun, dun. The Midnight Isles, the abyssal realm of Naticula, can be found in Ishiar, the great ocean of the abyss. So, I just picked up a little orphan now, I guess. Well, we kind of made him. Well, he's not technically an orphan. I guess he's, technically a runaway. Yes, I don't know.
Let us press on.
Let's press on. Sturdy door locked and covered with frightening carved pictures. Oh, trickery 40, huh? Rocket. Trickery 32.
I will not falter.
If he has it. Oh, he hasn't rested yet, so he doesn't have it in his spells yet. Okay, so we're going to. Where is it?
Is there trouble?
Scout. Give Rock a little boost. See if we can get in there.
Oh, I managed it.
Nice. I have no idea where we're going. Which is the best kind of places to go. Stuff for us to take, because nobody's here to protect it, which is fine.
That is quite a discovery.
Secret wall, secret door, whatever.
Is that a trap?
That would be a trap. Sneaky.
I managed it.
We march ahead.
Another trap.
I was successful in my search.
Multiple traps.
Well, it's done now.
Demon Slayer suit. And bow. Okay, stuff we just picked up. So this is a composite short bow. The wielders, this +4 speed composite bow has an animal companion of or a similar creature. It is affected by a constant haste spell. Demon Slayer suit. So Mickey has a pet. No. Oh, Rocket. It doesn't work. By constant haste. I know they don't need to be on his belt. But this is where. Do we really care if friggin' Bismuth is under haste? I don't think it matters. The thing is, his Rocket is. Huh. They're supposed to be used for this for the secret ending. They're not really particularly useful otherwise. What secret ending? What secret? I think in my first run, I think I only used them like once or twice.
Our path leads on.
The Ascension ending. Oh, well. You're supposed to use them to get the hindering crystals out of each demon lord you fight. Oh, really? I didn't know that. A group of dirty beggars in tattered clothes have gathered around a handsome young man with messy dark hair. The crowd is clearly hostile, but he doesn't seem to notice. He gives the beggars a charming smile, completely oblivious to the sharp shivs glinting in their hands. Well, it's not much of a spoiler if I didn't figure it out. I didn't even know there was a secret ending. I should have known, but not gonna worry about it. The young man has a gloved puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquize in a surprisingly deep voice. Hey, you lousy parasites, who's in charge here? The young man lowers his puppet and beams cheerfully. He addresses the crowd normally in a warm, friendly voice. I would like to invite your leader to a romantic dinner with candles. I'll pay for everything, of course. A date with one of them? You must be really desperate. And I think they are very sweet people, or citizens. It's not a secret anymore. Well, it was to me. I didn't know about it. The beggars whispered among themselves. You managed to catch a few snippets of their conversation. He's crazy, leave him be. And what if he bites you? Before the crowd disperses, the young man jots something down in his notebook. He's a backer character? Really?
I will guide us.
I mean, because there's nothing that happens there. My beggar. The other day, a gang wrecked this crap wall called the Bad Luck and finished off its owners. Now the tower belongs to someone else. The flow of lava rushing through Ashanira to the ocean originates from somewhere at the very top of the city. Okay, let's play this. So we shall borrow everything we can borrow. And by borrow, I mean take. Because then we'll sell it to somebody who will pay us for it. More stuff that we don't. Don't mind us. You don't need it, because if you did, you'd have it off already. Ledger. Gets rid of ledger. Okay. Familiar face. Who's the familiar face? This halfling with his horribly burned face and crimson whiteless eyes looks strangely familiar. After a moment's recollection, you remember his features. This is the sobering man who stumbled into a nest of Beskavers and lost his sight as a result. Luckily for him, you arrived just in time to pull him out of that ditch, only for him to end up in an even more dangerous and sinister place. Who are you? Halfling scans you suspiciously with his terrified red eyes. He speaks in a silken voice, while his hand carefully hides under his clothes where undoubtedly a weapon is hidden. The name's Sam Kuro. And just who are you? Don't you recognize me? I saved you from the Veskavers. For a few seconds, the halfling is silent, stunned, and then exclaims in excitement. From one eerie eye, a single bloody tear appears. Out of sheer emotion, perhaps. I thought your voice was familiar, but for the life of me, I just couldn't remember where I had heard it. So it was you. What a surprise, what a joy. I thought I was a goner, and then you grabbed me by my skivvies and snatched me up out of the claws of death. Never had the chance to repay you. When I came to, I looked around, and there were crusaders everywhere. My first thought was that they'd got me. They'd caught up to me, those pious dogs. I hadn't noticed that I was unbound and unguarded until later, when I took off running. I wasn't right in the head, you see. I had a nasty fever, and I didn't even get the chance to meet my savior. But not this time. I'm not going anywhere. Here, take this. Or take it. This is for old Sam Crow, the scoundrel, who still lives and breathes instead of lying dead in that blasted canyon. Ashmaker. Strong with your eyes. I thought I healed you. He grunts grimly. The Veskavers left some crap behind, some kind of acidic slime, or maybe those wretches laid their eggs, I don't know. Whatever it was, on the 7th day my left eye went dim, and on the 9th some sort of shadow spawned in my right one. It kept wriggling in there. A healer in the Battle Bliss cut out my old eyes and sewed these in instead. Now I can see in pitch darkness and tell the differences in temperature and do a bunch of other stuff. A master of his craft, that healer was. Ruthless, though. How'd you end up in that crevice?
Aren't your legs getting stiff? You haven't moved in quite a while. Stretch,
Why
damn
were you
it,
scared?
you ignorant meatbag.
Blah, blah. Brought Hanks in the Tower Restaurant, did some research. Okay. More stuff. You scum. So many good folks died because of filth like you. She clenches her fist, her eyes blurring with rage. Hey, has she lost it or something? Get this lunatic away from me. She'll hurt me. I work for the demons. All for wizardly knowledge. I've always been curious to a fault, especially when it comes to magic. Once I was allowed wizard's books, there was no stopping me. So I met a guy who let me read a whole bunch of banned books. It wasn't until later that I found out that he was an apprentice of Xanther the Plagued One himself. Now, that one knows a lot, so I asked to be the Plagued One's apprentice too. That's how I chose my side. What are you doing in the abyss? He gives you a sly smile, which looks rather creepy with red eyes. Same thing you are, hiding. You're one of us Baphomet agents too, right? Why else would you hole up in this dump with me instead of fighting over in Galarian? I have a keen eye. And I can spot a fellow cultist from a mile away. Samker grins smugly, clearly proud of his own insight. Thought you were safe in the abyss. You thought wrong. I'll be going now. He might kill you later. You take care now. Remember, this isn't no Galarian. Things are rougher here. So what did he give us? He gave us the quarterstaff, the Ashmaker. +4 flame burst quarterstaff grants its wielder +2 attack bonus rolls and cash level for all evocation school spells. Gimpy is currently using quarterstaff of the War Mage. So +2 the DC of all saving throws against spells from the weather cast. It also grants you with a +4 bonus to caster level checks, make overcome spell resistance, and experience bonus of magic devices. So the quarterstaff of the War Mage is better. Yeah, it's better. Scout. Scout could use it though. Not that she's not carrying a ton of shit anyway. So what's it called? Oh, this way. Ashmaker. She does evocation, so. So I'm not sure if her spells are capped. The stuff that she's using. Chain Lightning does. Let's see, this isn't max yet, so that goes up to 20. So that works. Hellfire Ray's going to be in the same boat. Right? Yeah. So that'll help her do a little bit more stuff. Okay, so a creepy little dude who should technically die. Burgaz. A wrinkled demon with broken fangs and a missing eye stands before you. The eye socket is occupied by a large, squirming, multi-legged insect, yet it seems not to cause the demon any discomfort. He greets you with the venom in his tone. Welcome to the bad luck. I'm Burgaz, the innkeeper. Our establishment upholds a higher standard of service, blah blah stuff, sleep at your own risk. We accept payment in gold and slaves. Yes, Bismuth is doing stuff. What about dragon bites? Do you accept those? I'll show you payment, you big meanie. Dirty floor, terrible booze, a clientele and scoundrels, each one more dreadful than last, and an innkeeper who is a crook and probably a creep. The perfect venue to celebrate our arrival in this godforsaken place. Who wants to keep me company and maybe even entertain the other patrons with a few Crusader songs? I doubt they've heard them before. Where can I find Nocticula? Demon goggles with then bursts into deafening laughter. Tiny bugs fly out of his maw, wiping away bloody tears and giggling. He grabs a particularly nimble insect and tosses it back down his gullet. You can find her in the palace, mortal. The thing is, she won't see just anyone. The last person who had the nerve to show up uninvited now lives in the catacombs, and everyone calls him Scrap. Care to guess why? I don't know who you think you are, but you will not be allowed on her doorstep unless she invites you herself. And to receive an invitation from Nocticula, you've got to be an influential and renowned figure in Illusionera. Or you could do something to piss her off. Sometimes those two things are one and the same. How do I earn an invitation? He shrugs. Your chances are slim, but you look cocky, so you could try the gladiator fights in Battle Bliss. Everyone loves a good butcher. The dirtier and bloodier your fight, the more respect you'll earn. Only fools fight fair, so you just must prove you know your ways. You must prove you know the ways of a fighter's craft. The crowd will love you if you torment the loser before finishing them off. Make them shriek, squeal, and beg for death. And then you can count on having the fight of your life. You'll face an Hindering League champion. Your death will be a symphony of suffering the audience will forever remember. Most can only dream of such a fate. You can cozy up to someone in the upper city. The more influential your patron, the more respect you will be shown. Just remember that in Illusionera, only the most skilled predators make it to the top, like Lady Valexia. More often than not, their offer of friendship is an introduction to their intrigues, and they'll get into your head, twist your thoughts, make you hate yourself, and make you destroy everything you ever loved with your own hands. That's their idea of fun. If you know how to, shall we say, solve problems, you could try to get under Shamira's wing. She presides over the harem of ardent dreams in the Middle City and rules Illusionera. Lady Nocticula does not stoop to such trifles herself. Commanding the city is dirty, bloody work, and Shamira is always in need of capable assistance, especially since she changes them so as soon as they start to reek of her dark deeds. Walk through the slums. Everyone you'll see there tried to climb higher but fell into a trap. There are plenty of warnings in their incoherent ramblings. Tell me the latest rumors. No problem. Have a drink and we'll talk. 500 gold. Okay, what do you want to know? 10 about Illusionera. Stuff. More stuff. Much more stuff. More stuff. Tell them about the quarters. For this quarter. A cesspit. If somebody or something needs to be eliminated, they send them to the lower city. Blah blah. You may think of slums as a useful appendage, but stuff. Tell me about the other quarters of the city. Middle city is about trade. Stuff. More stuff. Stuff we already really know. Are there many folks from Galarian here? Quite a few, but most of them wear special accessories. The demon draws an imaginary circle around his neck. They're slaves, is what I mean. Or meat, sometimes. We do get some free ones from time to time. Scum, as a rule. The only type who can survive amongst demons. There's a lot of half-elves like you here. They're considered the best slaves. Tougher than humans, more accommodating than elves, and don't croak half as easy as Asimars. But you lot are boring. Torturing a half-orc or kicking a gnome around, that's something. But half-elves are no fun. That's why they're sold on the flesh markets in bulk. No one ever even bothers to count you individually. That's good. Show me your stuff. He kicks open a large chest filled to the brim with all sorts of things. Here you are. By the way, if something unique I can offer you, an Hydrian crystal. It holds incredible power. What's a crystal? Stuff. It's probably fake. Keep it. Fascinating. I'm interested. Of course, we know it's a fake crystal, right? Fine, we get to sell all our crap that we're carrying around. From Storm, all the scimitars we don't need. +1. Side 3. She doesn't need that anymore.
Saturday and Sunday, February 19th and 20 are the monthly giveaways for February. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Tuesday. And again, that's this weekend for the giveaways. I don't even know why I'm carrying this stuff around, really. I'm not going to wear it. 48 grand. Do you have anything good in here? There's your Hindran crystal for 50 grand. So an amulet +1 bonus to knowledge of the world. Blah. Slayer soup, already got that. Oh, do they have any diamond dust? Nope, no diamond dust. Okay, I guess we're done for now. Dun, dun, dun. Next, her Malera, whatever her name is. Okay, we're not local, are you? How can you become a Galarian? That makes us fellow countrymen, since I hail from Absalom. I'm interested in the Magister Malera, certified specialist in resolving magic-related issues, and the captain of an airship called the Starcatcher of the Third. Just attack her out for no reason. Just attack her. What's the sorceress from Aspen doing in the rat hole in the middle of the abyss? Stuff. You seem honest. How do you manage to survive in this place? More stuff. I know more about you and your ship. Not really. Tell me about your ship. Who works on her ship? People she hires. Third, so where's the first and the second? Bad places. How'd you wind up in the abyss? Stuff. So much reading. So much reading. Here with you, stuff. Yeah. The red mask. Get lost, I'm not looking for drinking companions. Yes, you are. Buying Gimpies in bulk, yes. Best kind, right? In bulk.
I'm not touching that.
Don't need to. There's a trap right there. Okay, Rocket. Oh, a ring. Prismatic ring. What do you do? This ring allows you to cast an improved version of the prismatic spray once per day as a 17th level wizard, where it can recharge this ring by consuming spells from which the sum of their levels must be equivalent to at least 9. Don't ask too many questions. That's a question. Just want to point out, that's a question. So do you ask too many questions? That was one too many. How about that?
Godspeed.
That was just one too many questions. I don't mind questions.
Managed it.
I don't mind questions. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, where do you want to go next? Let's go out this door.
Let us press on.
So I can climb up there if we want. Needs to see an illusionary pamphlet by some guy. Slave. Nobody. Next. Why did you see that from so far away? Looks like we're climbing. Hey, Battle, welcome back. Happy Tuesday.
Right.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're good.
We march ahead.
Got guards. No.
That is quite a discovery.
Is it? Is it diamond dust?
Our path leads on.
Nope. Oh, this is the arena. Oh, there's a room. Go check this out.
The deed is done.
Signs on the wall indicate that it drugs, whatever. That a drug merchant can be found here in the Abyss. There are many poisons that can plunge mortals and even demons into nightmares. You just stab Scout for no reason, you shithead. This won't cause problems, I'm sure. Did you like that? I bet you did. That was awkward. Okay, the sneak attacks though. Being very so long time to learn the city movement was tied to camera movement. Yeah, it's not obvious until somebody... So you start paying attention.
Are you still here?
Easy enough. Go to this stuff.
Adventures are exciting.
They are. Picking on Scout for no reason. Shitheads. Protection 2. Deadeye. So, composite longbow. +4 axiomatic composite longbow lands the first hit in a round against an enemy more than 30 feet away. The enemy suffers a -2 penalty to AC for 2 rounds. Now, if we had more than one bowman. But he's got Delamere's bow, which is better. Sort of. Well, the holy portion of it's better. It's Deadeye. No, this is axiomatic, though. Against demons, Deadeye's not bad, because of the axiomatic stuff. And it's a +4. We'll definitely have to keep that as a possibility. Just gotta remember it's there. Yeah, the downside to this city is, bad on the graphics card. City camera looks. It's not though, because see how the building. See how that's turning? That's based on what direction I'm looking with the camera. This is pretty unique. Because this actually changes the layout of the city by doing this kind of stuff. That's good.
Hey bag of water, stretch your legs. You have been sitting in one spot for far too long.
It's not the camera movement itself that's special, it's the whole idea that the city's layout is dependent on where you're looking with the actual camera. It's a neat little trick, but yeah. There's some tricky parts later on. Handsome young man with tousled black hair strolls casually toward the demon surgeon. Oh, master of sutures, artist of the scalpel, and genius of the surgical profession, tell me, is your heart free? Young man has a glove puppet on his hand, a dragon made of rags with buttons for eyes. He raises it up and begins to ventriloquate. Also, do you have an hour of free time tonight? How about a romantic dinner? Hey, be careful. He'll dissect you in a heartbeat. You won't even have any organs left by the time he's done with you. Are you trying to flirt with me? Watch in silence. No, I would not say that my heart is free. Right now it contains 3 copper rods, 200 grams of enchanted quicksilver, and a fair dose of lamia liver extract. He pauses and gives the young man an appraising glance. But I could give you an hour or 2 of my time for something other than dinner. Has anyone ever told you that you have beautiful smooth skin? I happen to be in need of some. The young man deftly steps aside to avoid the demon's outstretched claws. He jots something down in his notebook. Weirdo. So we saw stuff over here.
Well, it's done now.
Acorn pie. Commoners. We got demons with commoners. Stuff. So who do you want to talk to, him or him? Let's talk to the healer first. A demon in blood-spattered apron fussily shoves a few foul-looking chunks of flesh into his apron pockets. His fingers are fitted with horrible steel claws, and you hear the unpleasant sound of metal on metal as he slides them against one another like scissors. He looks up in your direction with an insane grin, and his voice makes your skin crawl. Are you one of the gladiators? Do you need a healer? Or are you here because you want to become more powerful? Can you make me stronger? Healer looks at you eagerly. You hear the shrill screech of metal against metal as he rubs his steel claws excitedly. Ah, for 30,000 gold, I'll stitch you up into something better. Much, much better. I forget what he does. You have to go. He turns his attention back to his work. He severed limbs, blah, blah. Okay, worry about him later. I forget. I know he does stuff to you, but I forget. It's crappy stuff, isn't it? The stern but tired-looking tiefling observed you politely. His clothes look expensive but tasteful. He's carrying a large bag, and every once in a while it moves and twitches as if something is inside. Welcome to the Battle-Bliss Arena. My name is Zeklix. I'm the arena steward. Ermagaleth is the master of the arena, but I help him manage its affairs. You look like you're new here. Did you come to spectate the fights or to participate in them? The tiefling has a surprisingly open and honest face. After all these demons, he looks strangely normal. The tiefling looks you up and down with the calm professionalism of a person doing an unpleasant job with diligence. The arena is more accustomed to melee fighters than to spellcasters. Please don't take that as a sign of disrespect. Only a fool would underestimate the power of magic, but the audience loves a show. Athletic bodies, straining muscles, claws and blades carving up flesh, and although most of our gladiators do use some supernatural tricks, there are few pure spellcasters among them. Perhaps you are destined to reverse this trend. I think you said the same thing to Gimpy the Lich. Ermagaleth, I remember a demon by that name. He was a vile, cunning murderer. He had a way with words that was just as deadly as his skill in battle. There's a rustling sound from within the tiefling's bag, and an imp peeks his head up to look at you. He has large drooping ears and stares at you with his large unblinking eyes. Then, as if suddenly shy, he darts back into the bag and vanishes from sight. I want all of Evolutionary to know my name. I want you to arrange a match for me against your strongest gladiator. Tiefling falls silent. He looks as though he is calculating something in his head. Finally, he responds. If that is truly your goal, you will have to defeat the current champion. If you kill Gelderfang, your name will be on everyone's lips, but you'll have to prove yourself if you want to face the champion. A fight with Gelderfang is a big deal here in Evolutionary, and only members of the Hindering League, the elite gladiators of the Battle Bliss, are considered worthy opponents. Killing others just to entertain spectators, these creatures are of the abyss, so death and destruction in such a careless, casual manner. Seela grimaces. I know that our mission is important, and I know we can't allow ourselves to get distracted by feelings and emotions, but smashing skulls and eviscerating bodies just to entertain these evil creatures? Nowadays, it makes me sick just to think about it. But it's extremely difficult to join the League. You have to slay an active member and take their place, so if you wish to fight the champion, you will have to spend a lot of time in the arena. However, if you would like, I can arrange a fight between you and another newcomer. If you can prove yourself in battle, I will be able to find you a match against a more reputable opponent. I've killed hundreds of demons. Why should I have to prove myself to anyone? I'll prove myself to fight another newcomer. Tiefling nods respectfully. I'm glad that we've reached an understanding. I'm ready. You're in luck. For the past couple of days, Inglermet has been obsessed with recruiting new talent. He wants to introduce a promising new fighter into the arena. I think you could play the part perfectly. Ermogaleth may even give you a chance to earn a place in the Hindering League. However, if you do become a candidate for membership, be careful. You'll likely be matched up against a very dangerous opponent. Who's my opponent? Looks at the blah blah blah. The imp shrugs and waves his hand. Some nameless newcomer. Be a fight to the death? Of course, every fight must end to the death of the gladiators. Most important part, blah blah stuff. Okay, let's go. Wish you good luck if you die. Blah. So, hey Taco, welcome back. It's going fairly well. About to enter into a Gladiator Arena. Although I was actually disappointed with the way they did this, because this should have been one-on-one stuff, but it's not. This would have been more interesting if this would have been, you know, just your main character going in here to fight, but they didn't do it that way for whatever reason. Oh, sorry. Gimpy the Arcanist of Glare and see what's moniker he earns for himself if he lives that long. But again, we're fighting as a team, so it's not that challenging. If Gimpy was by himself, it would be more interesting, but he's not. We'll stand against them. Well, that may be small, but they're far from harmless. Blah blah blah. An outsized opponent of spite wrapped in a tiny, ugly package. It's Smugmug's wild gang of Mephits. Oh, not the Mephits. Let's see, they're fire Mephits. I'll bite your nose off, you Galarian scum. I am the wild and terrible Smugmug. Tremble before me. You'll soon know which of these two titans will emerge victorious. Fighters, commence battle. Now, let's see. You like cheating? So it might eat all of them. We have a winner! All hail the glorious fighter! He emerges triumphant in this dangerous valiant conflict. He decorated the arena with Mephit Gets. Give it up for Gimpy the Arcanist, the Mephit Slayer. Hey, who knows? Maybe someday he'll get a chance to fight against a member of the Hindrian League. Once they start accepting Mephits into their ranks. Time machine, make whatever. That's not my decision to do. New DLC on March 3rd. It was supposed to come out today, but they delayed it. They have some more work to do on it because they encountered some issues. Basically, it's balance issues, according to the news. Not to be called. I don't like being called a Mephit Slayer. I want to change my title. There's nothing I can do about that, I'm afraid. The crowd loves it, and that is all that matters to Galef. Galef. You'll remain the Mephit Slayer so long as the audience finds it amusing. You're trying to. Why did you put me up against such a ridiculous opponent? Conversation is interrupted by an eccentric-looking demon with suspiciously bright eyes. Judging from the slur of his words, he is under the influence of some kind of mind-altering substance. Ha, look at that. That's the Mephit Slayer. Train hard, boy, and maybe someday you'll be strong enough to fight a real Dretch. Zeklik frowns in irritation. With astonishing speed, he produces a dagger from his sleeve and cuts the demon's throat in one swift, clean movement. The insolent demon gurgles, staring at the tiefling in surprise. He slowly sinks to the floor beneath the contemptuous gaze of this killer. Tiefling clings his blade with what is quite possibly the only handkerchief in the abyss. His face is pale and he looks slightly sick as he glances at the corpse. What a brute, he mutters quietly to himself. Then he turns to you. Please, listen to me before you draw your weapon. This was an outrage, yes, but it wasn't my idea. This was done on Galef's orders. He came up with the brilliant idea to match you up against a Mephit. He thought the crowd would find it funny. I couldn't stop him, but I assure you this will never happen again. Quick as a flash, Zeklik produces a gold coin from his bag and places it into your hand. Here, this is for you. From now on, you can freely use the transportation arch that is located near the Battle Bliss. This is one of the privileges afforded to the arena's gladiators. I demand a proper fight. He closes the bag hastily to prevent the imp's agitated efforts to escape. And I promise that I will arrange a proper fight for you, but first I need you to do me a favor. I'll arrange a match for you against the Flayer twins. However, they are supposed to fight someone else, so I'll have to find them a replacement. Unfortunately, we won't have enough decent fighters left in the arena. I'm very grateful if you could procure a new batch of gladiators for me. I'll cover the cost of course. So I need to buy these gladiators at the flesh markets. Is there anything I should know? I will not become a slave trader. He frowns and exchanges a glance with the imp as it peeks out the black. Why not? Does it violate your principles? This is the abyss. Scruples won't do you any good here. In fact, I'd advise you to keep your morals on a tight leash if you want to survive. But fine, Lamash do take them. I'll try to make sure your fight with the Flayer twins takes place as soon as possible. Dun, dun, dun. Ready to enter the arena. As you wish, it will be a difficult fight. This opponent is more dangerous than the last one you face, so make sure you are fully prepared before you enter the arena. However, if you win this fight, You'll be one step closer to earning your place in the Hindrian League. I'm ready. Oh, who's my opponent? The Flayer Twins, dangerous duo with an impressive number of victories. They have a reputation in that arena, so defeating them will bring you honor and prestige. However, you should remember that their stage name was given to them for a reason. I'm ready. Wish you good luck. If you die, greet death with a sweet kiss. Better still, slay all your opponents and return alive and victorious. Victorious. Is that still there? So who are we fighting today? I'll give you a hint. They'll get you under your skin. Oh yes, one day they decided to get under the gladiator skin, so they killed one, flayed him, and wore his skin as a suit. Meet the duo who will make all twins terrifying. Today, they are going to dress themselves in the height of glory and fashion, the Flayer Twins. I'll make a pair of shoes out of you, you soft and spineless outsider. Well, we'll see which one of these contestants survive and which ones decorate the arena with their dead bodies. Fighters, commence battle. So they just took some free damage there.
I tire of waiting.
So this feels kind of cheesy, but make me fighting all these rejects. This were a fair fight, it would have been boring, but Mariganatho will never allow boredom in his arena. So they just teleport us off to spots. They're still in the mud though, aren't they? Or did they kill it? No, they did not. Sneaky, a little bit closer. Sila's over here. Rocket's over here. Where's Scout hiding? Yippee. Here with them. Does not have a Quicken Fireball ready to go. It's okay. Bismuth. I'll just keep Scout company. Oh look, we won. The Flayer Twins are a duo no longer. It's time to think of a new nickname. See, he cheats, I cheat. That's how that works. Ah, level drained. Bad rolls. Get up here. Let's sleeper or sleep it, whatever. Or not. Scout. Can't do lightning because it's a cool turn. Lightning bolt. Yeah, let's go over overcome the spell resistance. He really needs to work on that. Gimpy. What a heavy blow to the Elutionary's fashion scene, but what a magnificent fight. I don't know about that. Despite my cunning schemes and despite the extensive experience of his rivals, the victory belongs to the Method Slayer.
Hello Gimpy, it is time to take a break. Go get some more water while you are up.
Tiny.
Your next break is in 2 hours.
Godspeed.
Oh, Ewu took that damage, didn't she? No, not too bad. Actually, anything on them? Oh, stuff. I don't remember there's being stuff on them before. Did I miss out? As their immunity to acid, it also makes enemies sicken for 1 to 3 rounds upon landing a sneak attack unless they pass a fortitude saving throw. But it's not a clip resistant. So, all around defense. Whenever this ring is 10 feet from the companion who wears the same ring, they both gain the effect of back-to-back feat. They both already have the back-to-back feat, they gain an additional +2 bonus. Oh, there's 2 of them. She's got Sacred Touch. Oh, that's dumb. Whenever they wear heals a target via touch spells, the spell heals for an additional 26. Immunity to bleed. So give her one of these. And Rocket. Devastating Well. Very powerful attack makes a successful will saving throw. Gets an attack that normally deals half damage, does 0. That. Evie doesn't wear rings. That kind of sucks. Vigilance Sprouts, so light armor. If by a sneak attack or an attack of opportunity, the attacker must pass a reflex saving throw or become entangled for 3 rounds. Something like this. Countdown. Whenever the enemy confirms a critical hit against this person, must without force pass a fortitude saving throw or become blinded for 1 to 4 rounds and suffer damage. Chainmail the Dragonfly. Never used this ability. Let's give him that. Oh look, he looks green now. So what we can do is, because rockets are going to be getting a pet here in 2 levels, so we can hopefully. They usually can't wear rings, though, can they? Well, we'll find out. Okay. Okay, so we're going to exit here, and when we get out of here, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. What? Pets. Most of them don't wear rings, right? You heard ring and you thought I was talking to you. Put up this thing. The all-around defense. Seela's wearing one of them. Rocket's rings are better. Or more useful to him. So I'm thinking maybe we'll put it on his pet. Yeah, they don't usually wear rings, so it's not a huge deal. We'll figure something out. Maybe. Anyway, gotta take a break. So, get up, stretch my legs, get some water, that kind of thing. If you've been watching the stream for any length of time, I suggest you do the same. I will be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video. Avu can't wear a ring. She was the first one I looked at. Anyway, back shortly.